Decorate, renovate, invigorate. Home with Lisa Quinn starts now.
Kids' rooms, they can be so much fun to decorate, but sometimes you can get a little intimidated. There's so many choices out there, which is why we brought on an expert. Welcome to the show, Ellen Matese from Juvenile Hall Design. Is that the name of your company?
That's the name of my company.
That's hilarious.
Thank you.
Tell me, your rooms are very whimsical and fun. What's your philosophy, basically, about attacking a kid's room?
Well, I think one of the mistakes that people make is trying to make it very precious. People get very intimidated, very overwhelmed. You know, they tend to get very matchy-matchy, and how does it look? A kid's room is supposed to be about your kid. I mean, you really have to pay attention to what your kids' interests are, what they like. You know, for me, I feel like it's a super, super important thing now, because when we were young, I mean, you know, we came home from school, dropped our backpacks, and went running out, and we were out all day. It's a little different now. People spend a lot of time in their rooms. They have play dates in their rooms. It's got to be functional. They have to be able to make a mess and do what they love to do. One of the really trendy things in fashion, in furniture, and design right now are these decorative nail heads. So I kind of use that for an idea of making a very personal corkboard. And this, what you're doing it with, should really be something that has a memory or inspires somehow. So, you know, maybe it's the dress your daughter wore in a recital. Maybe it's, you know, the jersey that your son wore in a game and it's dirty and filthy, even better. What you're going to do is you're going to take the clothing that you want to use, and you're basically going to lay it down on a piece of corkboard. Okay?
Oh, so you're just tracing it.
You are tracing. You're not freehanding anything. I mean, anybody can trace, right? So you're going to trace all the way around this piece of clothing. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, I'm doing it really quickly just to get a sense of the shape, right? So, okay, let's say we finish that. Take your clothes away. You're done. Now you're going to get, could be a utility knife. This is an X-Acto knife. When you cut it, you're going to obviously pick a surface that you're not going to destroy.
Sure.
So when you cut it, you're going to put this down. Now, don't measure, don't worry. This line is here. Come in just a little bit. This cuts so easily.
Just make sure you got a sharp X-Acto knife, and this is what you end up with.
Exactly. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can see it's thinner and thicker. Don't sweat it. Not a big deal. Because what happens when you're done is you dress it with the clothing.
Oh, so this is like just going to keep that stiff.
It's going to keep this stiff. This is going to give you a place to put all of your pins that you use. And what's great about this, it's super light. It's really easy to put up on the wall. Getting cork that is thick enough to put push pins in, a lot of times they don't have that in the stores. You have to order that online. It's more expensive than you would think.
And this is cheap. You can just get it at Office Depot.
This is, seriously, I think it's maybe $1.50 for a sheet of this.
Nice.
So you basically put this on your dress or shirt or whatever.
Right.
This is representative of your drywall. So you're not going to make this board. This is your wall.
This is the actual wall.
This is your wall. I brought this so that you could see how easy it is to put this on your wall. Once you get this here, you're going to get yourself these decorative nail heads, okay? Now, they're a little bit longer than thumbtacks. That's why I want you to get these, not a thumbtack.
You can get these like at the upholstery, like a fabric store.
Upholstery store, hardware store. I mean, you can really get them anywhere, okay? And what you're going to do is place this on the wall where you want it, and you're going to start at the corners, putting this stuff together. Now, I have pretty strong hands because I do this a lot, but you can easily nail these in also.
Gotcha.
And it's really simple, okay? My suggestion, again, I don't want you to worry about rulers. Do the two corners, okay?
Kind of work your way in.
Well, no, you're not even going to do that. You're just going to cut in half, cut in half, cut in half. So let's say we had all these corners done. Don't worry about measuring. Go sort of in the middle and kind of place it in there. If you keep doing this rule of putting it in the middle, every time it'll be even, 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 even. Get some of your photographs. You can easily, you know, print this stuff up on your own computer. I did this in my own printer at home. What you're going to do to kind of pretty them up, and you don't have to. You can easily put them on this way too. But you are going to get some decorative papers, These are really inexpensive also.
Once again, craft store. This is like
Craft store.
scrapbooking stuff even, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you're just going to kind of get a sense of how much you can fit on this sheet, okay? So once you do this, you kind of plan it out. You get a little bit of spray adhesive, okay? It's really simple. This stuff is awesome, and you hardly need any of it.
Perfect.
Good. And you're finished.
I like that too because it's a little forgiving. The spray, like if you don't have it just right, you still have a little time to kind of wiggle it around.
You can move it. So let's, for example, say that we did all of these, okay? Now you have this down. Again, don't worry about measuring. You can kind of tell how much space there is, and with your eye, you can cut right along this edge. Now, if you're really uptight about worrying if you're going to get it straight, then don't make it straight. Make them different shape. I mean, do whatever you want. Make them curly, use pinking shears, whatever you want to do.
And then what you end up with is something beautiful like this. It even looks like you've done a little matting here, which is so cute and easy to do too.
Exactly. You can layer and layer and layer. And these here are simply just some of these things, again, traced, tacked on. For this little area up here where you see a little foam core, I happen to put fake flowers. Cute. You can put some of these. You can fill it with more photos. And the other thing that makes it special is spend a little time looking around for the designs. I mean, there's push pins that are all different shapes and sizes and colors. $1.50 a pack. I mean, they're just awesome and really, really cool to look at.
Great ideas, Ellen. How can people find you? Where's your website?
They can find me at juvenileHallDesign.com.
You have amazing ideas, and her website's amazing too. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll make sure and put all your contact information on our website too at livewellnetwork.com. Thanks so much.
Great.